Digital technologies continue to dominate our day-to-day lives in this constant technological evolution. Now, as being deeply immersed in digital marketing and consumer psychologies, my career has required me to be delved into these digital communication tools, learning how businesses can develop a branded tone of voice, speech, and scripted messaging to their audiences, shaping the behavior, perception, and reaction of the recipients hearing it today. This has exposed me to the power that kindness holds to both businesses and people, and subsequent people receiving the communications. So please take a second to imagine a world where increased confidence, influxes of happiness, and boosted self-esteem is easily obtained by actioning simple gestures throughout our everyday activities. For example, naturally boosting serotonin levels by going on a light walk, smiling at the bypasser, and offering a friendly gesture. Alternatively, instantly releasing dopamine by engaging in a selfless digital activity and leaving a positive comment on a friend's social media post. Now, the power to make that imagination a reality is easily executable by every single person in this day today. However, not everybody takes advantage of the power that kindness holds to these molecules, delivering emotions from our brain throughout our bodies. Maintaining focus on the positive perspectives and the execution of good vibes to everyone around us, connecting our environments and sustainability for everyone. Now, regardless of my professional background, I'm no different to everyone here today. Maintaining a positive mentality is a continuous struggle every single day. At the age of 16, I was diagnosed with epilepsy, and for the previous decade, learning coping mechanisms, how to deal, and strategies to learn my disability and how to cope with it, attempting to fully understand the broad spectrum of epilepsy where I place myself has been difficult. Speaking from personal experience, before, during, and after experiencing the epileptic seizure, the feelings would root deeper than the physical stumble, mentally gaining momentum to have powers of anxiety, depression, and negative psychoactive thoughts. Therefore, I needed to not only pick myself up from the floor, but also revive my mental stability for the day ahead. This is where spreading genuine positivity and kindness was powerful to not only make myself feel better, but also bring others around me uplifted also. So here today, I stand before you representing one of the 650,000 people within the United Kingdom living and struggling with epilepsy, in a hope to inspire, proving that the seizure is only temporary, as you've seen from my first attempt, and that does not define or limit our potential. And we can continue, and we do have power. And yeah. So, actually, as seen on the screen, I hope this demonstrates that throughout our lives, we all have peaks and troughs. We all want to be happy, spread joy and smile 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. But unfortunately, that is not possible nor realistic. Our lives are a unique roller coaster, levitating and descending throughout our lives. But I hope the video on screen again shows the fact that the movement of the ball is quicker going through the ups and downs that life presents us, rather than a singular ball just going on that linear journey. Just take a think. How would we feel if every single day was exactly the same? How would we differentiate between the good days and the bad days? Every day would just be a day, am I right? no differentiation of emotion. Life would be just so boring, exactly the same. Therefore, I'm not saying repress or disregard negativity. That is something that we all are going to encounter. However, by promoting and pushing kindness, that will increase the ratio of the good days and the positive emotions that we all feel here today. And using the same techniques used in marketing, such as actively listening to each other and analysing the situation, this reflectional analysis could have been all that someone needed to have felt heard for just 5 minutes of your day, of your time, of being listened to, if that kind of makes sense. Got a bit jumbled there. Another tactic that was used in business, they will establish a brand image by pushing out and promoting the positive aspects and empathetic communications they are promoting to their audience, establishing and raising their branded image of feel-good factor to their audience, making their consumers wanting to convert and purchase their products or services. Now, this marketing tactic can be used in our day-to-day lives just as people to engage in our personal and professional relationships, boosting the self-esteem and confidence of others around us, making both ourselves feel better by helping the other person and the other person feeling better by hearing the compliments that have come from yourself. Also known as corporate social responsibility within the marketing landscape, if you will. Now, you may be asking, how can being kind to other people and pushing this positivity make us feel better about ourselves? Well, the amygdala, I could pronounce it incorrect. Amygdala is a minute, thank you very much, is a minute part of the brain which receives and processes the emotions through neurotransmitters throughout our brains and our bodies, predominantly releasing serotonin and dopamine, and making us feel better. That's your context. That's how presenting kindness to other people will make you feel better about yourself. So such things you could do was going for a light walk, get a breath of fresh air, or maybe just being kind to somebody else again, or picking up a piece of litter. Those things don't just do what they say on the tin. Obviously, they make the person feel better, their physique fitter, and the environment cleaner, but you also get that feel-good factor about making a positive difference to the environment around you. And this helps high that you will feel a rush of positive emotion by doing these factors is infectious and will be better than any other drug on this planet. And once you've felt this helpers high, as I call it, it will be contagious where you'll want to continue that action consistently throughout your lives. And hopefully then pass this on to fellow siblings or family members, creating a sustainable outcome which can pass on to future generations and maybe younger children, cousins, and for a better environment all around us. Moving on. Now, I don't just come here today telling you all this information. This has actually been scientifically backed up by several mental health establishments throughout the world, throughout various studies, which I've put the reference to on screen. And our brains are naturally wanting to interact with these kind of people and share the same values and positive functions that others have to come together and creating a globe where we can all be happier and successful with the good vibes. So spreading this mentality, we're only boosting our own personal development by establishing these factors and the other people that are involved throughout the engagement. So if you take anything away from the auditorium and everything that you've learned from these amazing speakers here today, these 3 simple steps to put this into action would be just to leave and smile at your peers, be happy, be polite, hold the door open, clear your mind by going on a light walk, disconnecting from technology for a while, and reconnecting with the beauty of nature. Secondly, performing these acts of kindness, again, just by being polite, asking someone how their day has been, smiling, that infectious smile that someone will reciprocate to you. And finally, educating others on the power of kindness, because that domino effect that will happen will be passed on to the future generations, and they will want to recreate the feeling that you've enabled them to feel by just being kind and being positive to that person. I've been Freddie Jackson. That was my TED Talk. That is the power, superpower.